Welcome, everyone, to the final gathering, pre-TGS, pre-Great Smoke gathering of 2025. I'm here, Honest Abe, along with my man, the GOAT. There he is.
What's
You
up?
don't have your dome light on, do you?
I do.
Oh, just looking darker, a little darker than normal.
Yeah, I put it. Let me see. Put it up.
Well, it looks like if you haven't figured it out, a lot of people have. The final of the installment of the three very special TGS releases have dropped. It is open. The Knuckle Sandwich Molcajete.
Molcajete.
And here to talk with us about it is none other than the man himself, Erik Espinosa. Brah.
What's up, fellas?
What do you say?
How you guys doing?
Yeah, no, we're here. We're alive. We're around. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. When's the last time I saw you? Oh, La Zona. I was going to say Philly. I saw you at La Zona.
You did. You were only there. You were only there for like 30 minutes, then you took off.
That's totally not true. I was hanging with Cheap Damon for at least a good 4 hours, so that's a lie.
4 hours? Fucking how do you be off 30 minutes to 4 hours, bro?
I was with Damon all night. You can ask. You can. The Twin Shop guys can vouch for me.
How do you hang out with somebody that's cheap like that for 4 hours?
Well, fortunately, we didn't have to pay for anything at La Zona. That's why it was all on the arm. So that's why Damon can stick around for so long.
That's probably why he was there.
Right. That's what happens. So we're here about this thing.
Yep.
Tell us about this thing.
I'm like, so first off, I really want to say big kudos and thank you because I appreciate you, love. Salud.
I got water.
Big kudos and thank you because I know, projects, especially stuff for this time of year, is rough enough as it is, and projects with Guy are even more complicated. So, I really want to thank you and Guy both for actually making something for the Great Smoke 2025 this year. And fittingly, I'll let you explain what the Molcajete is as far as a cigar, what the word means too, and how it fits into the theme of the Great Smoke. Because it was nice. Now that they make us a cigar, people may not realize this, but this kind of actually fits the theme of the Great Smoke 2025, medieval time. A little bit about the cigar.
I can tell you about the cigar. You got to tell people what that Molcajete is. I know some more. We only use it like I think. You guys, Middle Eastern, they make it to like do the hummus, correct?
Right.
Chickpeas in there.
Can I ask you a question? Are you using the headphones? What are you using? An iPad?
Yeah.
Yes.
You got headphones because there's people there?
No, there's nobody here.
Can you try it without the headphones?
I can. I would have to go off and take the. You can't hear me at all.
You sound far away, but we were testing before. This might be the best.
Oh, you tested it without the headphones before I got on?
Yeah.
No, we were trying to get. Yeah, we were having issues. It's the best.
I think the headphones don't pick up your sound.
I can louder him though. He'll still sound far away.
How about now? Is it better now?
Let me see something. Talk.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
If you just turn off your Bluetooth, it should disconnect your headphones and it should go right to the iPad mic.
I mean, the thing, it may be picking up the sound from the iPad and not from the headphones. Maybe
I don't know. But if he disconnects it,
what do we expect?
You want to try it?
Try it.
Try it.
What we got to do? We're hanging out.
You can always turn it back on if it's worse.
All right, let me see.
I don't know why he thought he had to log out.
I didn't have to log out.
Much better.
Oh, much better.
Whatever you just did is 1,000 times better.
Yep.
You hear me now?
Yes.
100 times better.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
You can hear.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you're 1,000 times better.
100 times better.
All right. So with these 100 times better, let's go forward. So the when you first wanted to make this project, I really didn't know what a molcajete is. I'm not a big fan of of Mexican food just because it's the truth. It's the truth. I'm a big Italian guy. I see great Italian restaurants. And then I did a little research and You know, my mom used to do it all the time. She used to use that molcajete to do like crush the garlics and all that when she's doing beans and all that, you know. And then I seen people. I think it was a restaurant up here. I think called Opa. I think it's a Greek restaurant that they'll put the chickpeas in there, and just crush the chickpeas and all that. So that's the only thing I know about it. I don't know anything else about it. So I know it was invented many years ago before you were born, Abe. Um, so I can't tell you about the cigar. So when you asked us to make the cigar, of course, that being well known in Mexico, so we had to have a Mexican San Andre wrapper on it. You know, that's the only wrapper that that's the wrapper that it deserved. That just with the name alone. One of the reasons that I had AJ make the cigar is he gets some of the best wrappers in the world, and we found this beautiful dark chocolatey wrapper to make the cigars. It took a while. Yes, you were right, because the factories. I don't know if your listeners know, but the factories closed like the middle of December. They don't open up to the middle of January. You know, we had the cigars done. You know, cigars for us is the easiest thing there is, but
everything else, right?
The whole packaging, everything else that goes along with it. So we got it done. You know, the cigar is amazing. Have you guys had it?
I'm smoking it right now.
My third one.
Cigar is amazing.
Third one. You son of a bitch.
And I was saying, well, I had it for the dojo broadcast. I had them at home. It's San Andreas is my thing. Before we go further, I just want to say something because I saw somebody on. Okay, Joseph Ganiscoli is watching the show right now. For those of you who don't know, he's from The Sopranos. Joseph, not only, my friend, can I not wait to see you again. Joseph was at the Great Smoke #2 and #3. Okay, Joe, if you're still on, I hope you're still watching. You made your comment literally 3 minutes ago. I hope you're still watching. Comment if you are. I cannot wait for you to see what this event has turned into. Because
if you haven't been to a Great Smoke since
he has no clue. He has
no
clue what the Great Smoke has become in the last 16 years. So
I ran into him in New York. I was doing an event in New York, and he popped up, and he gave me a bottle of his vodka. And great guy. I've always been a fan of his. Forget The Sopranos. I'm a fan of him personally. He's a really good dude.
He's a nice guy, man. I really had a nice time.
I run into him. He goes sometimes to the one in Philly, the Let My People Smoke.
Yeah, he goes. He's a twin shop guy.
So, dude, I got to say the story since you're talking about him. We'll get back to the cigar. So,
wait. Before you do that, I just want to say also, if you're watching, stay tuned. We're going to drop it here first during the broadcast. I forgot about Joe. Vinny called and asked me. I forgot about him, so I got to put it out there. But we have another very special announcement of a very special guest appearance last minute this year for the Great Smoke, and we're going to drop it during the show. So stick around till you hear that at least. Go ahead, tell us the story, Eric.
All right, so he's doing, and I hope he doesn't get mad, me saying the story, but he's next to us, and everybody comes up to him and they would ask him, "Are you really gay? Are you really gay?" He would say the same thing. I don't know. Why don't you go ask your mother? It wasn't kids that were telling him that.
But dude, I mean, that poor guy probably has to hear that 10 times a day.
Yeah, dude. So I would laugh all the time. I mean, he never told it to any kids or whatever, but it was grown men. Are you really gay? Yeah, ask your mother. You know what the fuck? You know how do you come up and approach a man like that? You know, it was a serious. It was
I know, but he probably gets that question every single day. Probably it's got to drive him nuts, even still.
Yeah, but a great human being, great guy.
Nice.
No, good stuff. So now, Abe, you don't announce me coming.
So tell me about this cigar. Here's what people want. What is the difference? What's the difference?
What's the difference? Okay, so we already established the wrapper. It's a Mexican San Andre. We wanted to do something different that we do for Guy. We've never done. This is the first actually Mexican that we make. The Maduros that we make for him is a Sumatra. We do the Connecticut and we do the Habano. So we want to do something different. Something medium body to full. and I went down there and we tried to get some of the best tobacco. So I'm a big fan of Nicaraguan tobacco. Why go anywhere else? You know, so the wrapper definitely from Mexico, Mexican sound there. Everything else we got is, you know. So I went and I got some special stuff from AJ. You know, something that he didn't have a lot of that we can do it because we can only do it like an exclusive because you know there wasn't a lot of tobacco, and
Right.
so you know that's what we put in there. You know, and I love the cigar. I kept one box, but we did like 10 bundles for us to smoke, and the box I kept was to give it to Guy, and actually Guy, myself, and you guys heard of Zach Bryant, the country singer?
It's a country singer, yeah.
Well, his dad's a huge fan of cigars, and I met him at the
Really?
Super Bowl. Yeah, and I gave him a couple cigars, and you know, and you know he flat out loved it. Also, you know, so it was a good time, man. Good time. You know, I think the cigar is gonna do really well. You know, if you like medium to full body, this is right up your wheel.
Yeah.
It is really like medium to full body is like perfect because like
Yes.
I almost want to say
Yes,
it's full.
not as strong.
And I don't want to say it's full, but
Right,
it's really
right,
more
right.
than medium. Like normally that's such a vague gray area when I say something's like medium full. This really kind of like is the medium full.
No, it is because listen,
when I'm not tasting medium full. I'm tasting medium and full. I don't know how to
yes,
explain it.
but it's not power. Because I'll be honest, Eric's Maduro cigars scare me at night. I tend to not smoke them at night because if I smoke a Azulejo at 9 o'clock at night, I'm up till 4 a.m. This I feel like it's a little. I'm telling you, bro.
Why, bro?
The nicotine keeps me. If I smoke that cigar too late, I'm up all night. This doesn't have that medium to full, like you said, medium to full. It's not that full blown full. This is good.
Yeah.
And a great size. What is it, 6.5, 7? What is
Like
this?
the retro hail is really full,
6
but
by
the
52,
smoke,
yeah,
6 by 52.
yeah.
It's like the retro hail is more and more full, but the smoke is more and more medium. It's
Is this a 50 box press? Box press gauges it's hard to gauge.
It
When
is.
it's box press.
you think it's bigger or smaller than a 52?
Smaller. Box press are always like that, though. That's why even like I can
Yeah.
smoke. I don't smoke 660s, but I can smoke a 660 box press.
No
They
doubt.
always-
I feel the same way you did. I picked one up the other day. I was in a cigar store. I never smoked 6x6 ever.
Right. Me neither.
And I picked up a 601 blue. I was in the shop and I went, you know, I grabbed one. I went to the counter, paid for it. When I lit it, I realized, wait, what?
You realize it was a 660?
It's 660, but they look a little bit smaller when they're
Yeah, in a box press it does. It feels a little smaller. Looks a little smaller. It's not as, which is good, which I like. No, it's just well done.
Wow, we got some issues here. I'm gonna tell people right now, man. You better shoot smoking an email. We got multiple people who have ordered this box and also added a pre-order to their order. Now it states on the Year of the Duque box, if you order this and you add shit to it, whatever you're gonna get ain't gonna ship till that comes in. So if you're one of the people I'm looking at who ordered the Molcajete, but also threw in other items, such as Year of the Duque, which is the one that's going to be the pre-order. Otherwise, we really could ship it. But you ordered a pre-order item that's not available. That order, unless you make other arrangements with the warehouse, is going to be held till the end of next month sometime when that product ships. So, you know, we put this big, bold, red copy on product pages that no one ever reads. I mean, it used to be black and normal size, and we made it black and big, and we made it black and red. And I mean, we literally put it on there. If you add any other items to this product, your product will not ship till the pre-order arrives. So
now you know.
It's not a bad problem to have, bro.
But you know, then they call looking
people are
for your order.
Right.
Why isn't my order shipped? Well, you fucking added an item that's not coming in for 3 or 4 weeks. You know? So
I want to tell your listeners this. So you know, luck has a lot to do with a lot of stuff. and I mean this with all due respect, you know, the smoking team, they've been lucky, you know, with guy stuff because, you know, I met him, you know, you met him one time. You even picked him up for me one time to take him to Lazona Palooza.
I chauffeured him that whole night.
He's a big fan. But your the Great Smoke is always the same week that it used to be, that it was the Food and Wine Festival. Right. So that's one of the reasons. I think you've had him 3 times in the Great Smoke, or twice,
twice.
You know, and we've done. You know, see when I mentioned that Smoke In, when I mentioned you know, right away, yeah, let's do it. You know, everything else, you know, you got to go through. I mean, the agent, the this, the that. You know, but when I tell him no, it's for Abe. You know, he right away he said, all right, let do you like it, Espinosa? I said, yeah, I like it. All right, let's do it. You know, so and that's kudos to you. You know, you showed for the man. You know, from all the way from West Palm to Miami one time. You know, and
we did. I was there for that.
You were also there?
Yeah.
And I think he ran over some trees in the golf cart on the way to the car when he was leaving. He had my son driving, but anyway, you know, timing is everything. You know what I mean? And kudos to you guys. You know, he's a big fan of you guys and what you guys do. And he mentioned it. He mentioned it in this. We did the Cigar Aficionado. We did the rooftop. They always have an event for the Food and Wine Festival. And he got on the mic and he said, "Look, because he had done the video, he knew it. You know, the February 26th, you guys get your Molcajete in the smokein.com. You know, so that was cool."
Let me explain this one more time so I'm not clear. If you ordered the Molcajete cigar, it's fine. It's going to ship. It'll start shipping tomorrow. Some people added another item to the same order. That's a pre-order item that we dropped earlier this week that won't arrive for another 3 weeks, probably at least. So if for those people who added that pre-order item, that's going to be the problem. Not if you order Molcajete, you're good to go. They're going to ship tomorrow. Clear that up. Listen, I love Guy. I never even actually had Guy. And he had you were there. He had a big heart-to-heart with me in your booth at the trade show last year. He's just really a down-to-earth, legit guy. I mean, he's so legit, like he makes me feel so comfortable. I really want to text him and say, dude, what's up with season 6 of Tournament of Champions, man? I've been waiting for it. I don't see anything coming about, but I don't want to bother him. But that's how comfortable he is. I just want to have a casual text with him and say, what's going on with this next season, man? Because I mean, I would love to go out for one of those episodes, which he's invited me. So,
if you like that, you should have gone to the Food and Wine Festival. So they changed it up this year. Every year is restaurants all over the country that are diners, drive-in, and dive restaurant. This year they did Tournament of Champions. So all these famous chefs were there. I mean, I'm a fan.
Was this here in Florida again?
Yeah, it's always in Florida. Well, it's the South Beach,
Miami.
Food and Wine.
I know, but when is it? Like it was this month, this week,
last weekend.
Sure, you went.
Yeah.
No, but I went to the bathhouse this weekend. I saw all the billboards were still up. Bobby Flay, everybody.
You should have told me, Eric. I would have came down.
Said you don't have to get a ticket. I'll get you in. But it was great. You had Manish Chauhan. She's got a couple of restaurants.
I love her.
Oh, she's the greatest. And then
I love Manish.
Yeah, and then Brooke Willington, I think is her last name.
Yeah,
Rocco
too.
Rocco was there. May, the big guy from Arizona, and then my favorite, a guy from upstate New York, because I'm a big Italian guy. I think his name is Christian Petroni. That guy,
yes,
that guy's a trip. They were all there, dude. I was hanging out, and it's funny. So we go through the back VIP and all this stuff, and I only get through that because of him, not because of me, whatever. And there's a guy. I kept looking at a guy. He looked familiar. We're hanging out in the VIP. I'm handing out cigars to everybody, and I've converted so many of his friends to smoking cigars. Now I got to give it to him.
I'm sure.
Now, yeah, hey, you got a cigar. You have a cigar. So anyway, I'm looking at the guy. He's looking at me. Whatever. No big deal. All of a sudden, he's on stage and he's announcing the previous winners. I think Manish won it twice. I think Brooks won it twice. There was an Asian girl that had won it, and then he goes, "We have a special guest. Casey and the Sunshine Band," and he started singing. Dude, it was Casey that kept, he looked familiar. That's cool. He cool. That guy still can sing, But we had a really, really good time, and I was with him 3 weeks prior to that, or a month at the Super Bowl in New Orleans.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw that. Happy birthday! It was your birthday weekend.
It was my birthday weekend, yeah, so that was cool. And the Eagles won.
Oh, always nice.
Yeah.
We love that. Yeah,
So it was a good time. I have had a great month.
not bad. Not a bad month. Not a bad birthday month.
I already asked this, but I don't know. You can see how white that ash is. The cigar is really.
I love the size. Great size. Great size.
You want to laugh, so I got to show your listeners something. So I'm in my house, right? I sometimes do this at the office. I smoke. I don't smoke inside my house. You know, coming from a dad that smokes 10, 12 cigars inside the house, I always promise myself I won't smoke inside the house, and I never have. Now, my dad, when he comes over, he does smoke in my house. He's the only guy that's ever smoked. So when I do these podcasts, you know, I do it upstairs. You know, I have a 2-story house, and I don't come upstairs. You know, my bedroom's downstairs. So this is my lineup. They're all like chewed cigars from previous podcasts. I keep them here, you know, because we're doing the Molcajetes. I figure I chew the Molcajete, but I got like 7, 8, 9 cigars that they're just chewed off and stuff like that. You know,
you're a big chewer.
I am.
You're a big chewer.
I am.
If you're not smoking, you're chewing.
Sure, the TGS page does not say that.
TGS page didn't say he was.
Oh, didn't say he was. Well, then you have your answer. There you have your answer. I read it. They said it was. I'm saying, but we really don't advertise guy until we know at the last second because he just. I mean, last year, last year we didn't think he was coming until we didn't know he was coming until Friday before the event.
Oh, you know, to get him there last year was horrible. I mean, it was crazy. I got him a police escort, and he gets there and they get a flat tire right in front of the where the event's at. Now they asked me to go get him. You remember the cluster that was there because of the race car?
The race, yes.
Which is why the Great Smoke now is in March.
Yeah. So, listen, that was genius. So listen to this. So now I gotta leave the event to go pick him up. When I got out, I mean, it was bumper to bumper. You couldn't move anywhere. So then his agent called me, hey, we got picked up by BSO. So, you know, now they got their lights on and they get to the event. Me, I'm stuck to my balls. I can't go nowhere.
Right. Now he's getting there and you're stuck.
I got to do a U-turn, but it took me like 40 minutes to do the U-turn. Now I got to find a parking spot where that place is packed. I left my parking spot. You know, it was horrible. So it took me like an hour to get back and I didn't go nowhere. I must have traveled a quarter of a mile. And then when I get there, he look at me, where did you go? Where you been? I go, yeah, where the hell I been? Yeah, you know, I'm stuck outside.
We all don't get, you know, police escorts.
Yeah, dude, it's you know, but it was great. It was a good time.
Absolutely. Always is.
Yeah, that was a cluster last year. Getting in and getting out was horrible because of those cars. You know,
I know.
Yeah, but I'm glad you changed it.
I just got some interesting news because you were talking about not being able to smoke in your house. I'm the same thing. I do the KMA show every Saturday from my home now, and I gotta give kudos to my wife, man. She said the most amazing thing to me the other day. Because look, I don't plan on moving. You know, I got one daughter's leaving in college for a year, the other one the year after that. I mean, they're all going out. There's no reason to move. The house we're in is fine. And when I retire, I plan on moving out of the country. So this is going to be our house for a while. And I said, you know, the only thing that I really regret in the house is I just don't have a home office. Right? I got nowhere in my house where I can comfortably go home and do some work. Right? I mean, it's not outside on the lanai or, you know, in the lanai or whatever. But my wife made a suggestion to me, and you know what? She made fucking great sense. And I not only do I agree with her, I thank her very much. But you've been to my house, Alex, in that dining room to the left.
Worthless. Never ate there once. Never ate there once. Never ate on it. Don't
used it 6 times.
It's that. Listen. It's that typical the room nobody uses room that has that, you know, old school.
Literally, that's where I do KMA from now.
That's where I assumed you were going with this, and in that spot because it is. You bowl that off. It's the perfect spot.
It's a little corner, and it's not fully enclosed, so it's got a little opening. And my wife says I can just make that my fucking office. So I'm gonna close off that whole thing. I'm gonna put like an airtight door in there. Get a Rabbit Air 3, put a little vent, put a little vent too, because that outside wall is an exterior wall, you know. And
Oh yeah, it is.
no, it goes to the garage. No, the back wall's an exterior wall. The back wall's
Yeah,
an
the back
exterior
wall
wall.
doesn't go to
So
right.
I'm going to not only make that like my home office, whatever, but like that's where I'll broadcast KMA. I'm gonna smoke cigars
I
inside.
think it's yeah. That's your one thing. You don't. Right.
I
You don't
I
smoke.
went to your house once and I cooked you guys an incredible meal.
The
did,
fucking
you
what do you
did.
call it? The rocks?
The
Yeah,
rocks.
the rock.
It's all right. You were in a rush. You were in a rush.
You don't know. You
You
guys
were in a
don't know.
rush. Al dente. I
You're
was
from
a chip a
Philly,
tooth. Chip a tooth. I had to go see the dentist when I was done.
Get there. You don't know how to eat pot. You
No, it was good though. It was good. You keep the Philomena's vodka sauce alive. There's nobody else out there making it.
100% separated from the other house AC. Got to do that. 100%. What? You think that sauce was Philomena on point? It was off.
I'm not saying. Listen,
it was not.
It's the closest we. Nobody's making the Philomena's vodka sauce right now, so he's the closest we got.
It wasn't off.
And I'll give him credit. The steaks were good. At least he cooked the steaks.
It was off. Hard to fuck up.
I'm telling you, I make it incredible. I make it in Philly. I make it at Anthony's house all the time. The line's out the door. People are they want to pay me $30, $40 for a bowl of pasta.
That's what a bowl of pasta costs these days. $30. It's amazing. It's unbelievable.
Something that costs $5, if that.
I'm telling you. Same thing, but chicken parm's $40. Any Italian restaurant you go, it's unbelievable. It probably costs $3 to make.
I use good ingredients, man. I use the greatest. And by any of your listeners, I get this. I'm a big fan of the San Marzano tomatoes. You guys want to switch the conversation?
Dan, what do you think we're talking about, Dan? This is the Philomena's vodka sauce we're talking about. But anyway, go ahead.
Who's that?
There's a great place called Philomena's in Pompano. We know.
Most people don't know this.
That's what he said. Used to be a great.
Most people don't know this, but before Erik finally woke up and started hitting the road, and blew his company to the next level, Erik, myself, and I think 2 other guys regularly, there'll be guests every now and then, would meet at Philomena's literally almost every Tuesday at 2 p.m. to have lunch.
And then go play Scala.
We'd have lunch, then we go to Pompano, and around 5 o'clock, we play cards till about 11:30, 12 o'clock. We did this every Tuesday for like a year or two.
Her food was amazing.
In fact, I think what broke up the card game was the fucking she closed the shop up. We stopped having lunch every Tuesday. Literally, I think I was broke up the card. I'm like, oh, why am I driving down?
And you couldn't sit down. You couldn't get a seat. Hey, I don't know if I ever told you the story. You know how I broke her down? I used to walk in and no, you couldn't make reservations. If she didn't know you, you wouldn't sit down.
Every table said reserved, whether you
whether it was or not.
Every table said reserved.
If she didn't like you, you're not eating. So after the second time I walked in there, I look at her and I said, why don't you ever sit me down? She said, we're busy. And I look at her, I said, you ever kissed a rabbit in the forehead before? She looks at me. What are you talking? I said, have you ever, just answer the question, I'm leaving. Have you ever kissed a rabbit in the forehead before? And anyway, so I got to do it. So hold on, let me take this out. So she goes, I have no idea what you're talking about. I said, okay. I said, would you like to? So I go like this, and I take out my pockets and make it look like bunny ears, right? So,
oh, my God.
So I'm asking her, and she started laughing. And she looks at me, she goes, sit down. And then that's how I got in, But yes, every table was packed. She wouldn't let you sit in. I remember a cop going in there one time and asking for some information. And she goes, nobody saw nothing, right? Right? Nobody said a word.
I could imagine how that went.
She was the best, man. I used to go there. If I got phone calls, I wouldn't talk in the restaurant. I'd go outside and I'd answer a call outside, whatever. I swear to God, man, she'd come open the door and at the top of her lungs, she'd yell, your food's getting fucking cold. Get off the fucking phone. I'm like,
the greatest. Her Marcella stuffed pork chop was, forget her bread, everything she did.
Snapper Livernaise, bro.
Oh my God, yes.
Snapper Livernaise.
Yeah, that was amazing. Everything she did there. The fried cheesecake.
She'd only make it on your birthday, or she'd make you a cake on your birthday. That's it.
I
If
would
she
call
liked
her.
you. If she liked you.
Yeah, I would call her and tell her, hey, I'm going to go in tomorrow. Can you get... All right, let me see if I have time. Yeah, she was the greatest.
Well, listen.
No Randy Bush this year? Oh, man.
No, Randy Bush has got some health issues he needs to straighten himself out with.
Well, that's important.
Really? Is he okay?
He's all right, but, throw a prayer in there out there for our brother Randy Bush. It couldn't hurt.
Absolutely. We'll do
Couldn't hurt.
No,
Randy's a good dude, bro. I met Randy the first time.
Great dude.
I met her in I met Randy in the Panhandle in Destin, Florida one time. I don't know, about 15, 16, 17, 18 years ago. I don't remember how long ago I met him. And ever since that, we stayed friends. Yeah.
Randy's the man.
Yep, great guy.
So, a couple of things before we end this broadcast. If you're watching this broadcast and don't know what we're talking about, this is an exclusive release right now for TGS ticket holders first. Okay. So, if you have a ticket to the Great Smoke, whether it's virtual or live, you can access the TGS store and buy yourself either a 5-pack or a box of the Molcajete by Knuckle Sandwich by Espinosa Cigars, Guy Fieri's, under the Guy Fieri line. It's the newest release. And if you don't know what we're talking about, go to thegreatsmoke.com. Check out the package. Okay. The Great Smoke package is probably the best deal available all year long. Not only are you getting 32 amazing premium cigars for $185, but you get this whole swag box, this kit. I think Kevin and Jess made a video of it over at Cigar Prop. And it's literally like a $400 value for $185. And when you get that ticket, you get that package and you get access to the special store with the 3 special releases. 1 sold out, 2 are currently still available. And of course, event day of the Great Smoke will have amazing deals and packages, event day packages for that day only during the Great Smoke event. And of course, you can watch the live broadcast, which I finished prelim sheet, final sheets, timeline sheets, which is always a big nightmare for me. Alex saw me working on it like 3 or 4 nights last week. Should be done. So broadcast is going to go good. And now for a very special announcement, if you're ready. All right, we have a very special last minute guest that was announced that will be coming to the Great Smoke this year. And I'm kind of excited about this. I think a lot of guys my age group are going to be excited about this. It's a very nostalgic guest. Eric, you want to take a guess or do you know?
I have no idea.
All right. Alex, let's show the guests that will be coming at the Great Smoke. Martin Cove, Cobra Kai Never Dies. And it's so cool he's coming because it's just the final season just aired of Cobra Kai, which, let me tell you something. Cobra Kai, have you watched any of it, Alex?
I have not.
Okay, so Cobra Kai is some of the most cheesiest writing, some of the most cheesiest scenes. But I can't tell you how awesome it was just to watch it from a nostalgia. And they closed it off good. I got mad respect for how the last season went and how the last season closed out. So if you're coming to Great Smoke or you got a virtual ticket and watching live, you will see Martin Cove on the main stage with Michael Herklotz. And there's going to be a couple special announcements during his interview. So very cool. We got Marty Cove coming to the Great Smoke. So that's going to be awesome. So just a little extra surprise for those of you attending or participating virtually in the Great Smoke 2026. Other than that, anything else we need to go over, Alex?
No, I think we're good.
All right,
I think we're good.
Virtual packages are still available, and tickets are live are still available. We do cut those off. I think the cutoff will be sometime early, not next week, the following week. And if there's any tickets still left available at the door, they'll be available at the door. Eric, you want to say something, my friend?
Yeah. I didn't understand. Just to make because I've had people ask me, do you have to go to the Great Smoke to be able to purchase it? You don't, Because I thought you had just said that. So
No, you could be a virtual ticket. You could be a virtual ticket holder.
You have to be a ticket holder. You have to be.
Oh, you have to be a ticket holder.
Yeah. So if you have a virtual, you can still buy, but you have to be a ticket holder to buy it. That's the perks of participating in the Great Smoke.
Yes, and you get first crack at it. So like one of the first release that we released earliest has sold out already. So if there's some available after the Great Smoke and it's all over, we'll probably make them over to the public. But these releases mostly tend to sell out. So
that's fair for the people that are going or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, the people who are going and supporting the event obviously should get first crack at it. That's the way we've always done it.
All right, good deal. That was it. That was my only question.
Tell us what.
Very good.
I don't even understand what that
Tell
question
us what the Cigar and what the mortar and pestle have to do with the Molcajete. I mean, it's it's old
spice people and the people making potions and remedies and healing. It's a mortar and a pistol.
The theme is the Renaissance, correct?
Yes. There are 289 boxes that are available for sale. Let's put it that way.
Yes. That's what we got. And going quickly.
I know. I've been watching it.
Going quickly.
People are going to be happy about this. I'll tell you what.
Absolutely.
This is so much up my alley that anybody who's not happy with it, call me. I'll take it back. Literally, PM me on Facebook or Messenger. I'll take this back because this will go right in my fucking repertoire of shit I'm going to smoke on the reg.
Ron, that is the goal. I want to see as many Ren Fair outfits as possible.
You're going to be happy with mine, Alex.
Oh, yeah?
You're going to be happy with mine. Listen, I broke 300 pounds. There was a whole world of shit I could get that wasn't available to me a year or two ago. I think you're going to be very happy with mine.
Who's Ren Fair?
Who's Ren Fair?
Yeah.
Renaissance Fair.
Oh, that's what it was. He said Ren.
Listen, Abe, I've been in the gym lately, man. I may wear a full fucking chainmail that day. Why not? Might be too cold, though.
Matthew, I actually have a full unsharpened sword. That
I got
with me. It's not sharp. It's unsharpened.
Listen,
so
I hope you didn't buy a sword.
With the amount of alcohol that people drink,
it wasn't that expensive, Alex.
Bro, you fucking been with me for the last 5 years of 5 different swords I bought from the Renaissance Fair.
Hold on. In my defense, I got.
Sure, you don't want the pike? You want the
hold
7-foot pike?
I got a million things going on.
You should have the pike. Fuck this.
Hold on. I'm not walking around with a pike. I got a sword. I got a sword in a sheath that's going in a thing that I wear around my waist that I can walk around with. All right.
You need the 7-foot pike.
No, I'm not walking around with a fucking pike. Because in case I'm going to lay it down somewhere and walk away from it.
Can you guys get the guy that's always shirtless? Get him a shirt.
Shirtless Mike?
Shirtless Mike? That guy?
I mean, yeah. He's Shirtless Mike. What are you going to do? Without that, what is he?
I think he's not watching right now, but I think Shirtless Mike now has graduated beyond the Shirtless Mike status.
He posted a picture the other day without the shirt.
That's his thing, but I think he's great. I think it was great. It was a good gimmick early on, but Mike's like a legitimate guy in the retail business now, in the industry. I think now he needs to go to become Tobacco Mike.
Shirtless Mike. Shirtless. If he comes to the shirt, I'm ripping it off.
No, I don't want to start that tradition.
Yeah.
Don't want to start that tradition.
No, Dan Lemus, you definitely drink too much for me to give you the pike.
Yes, he has a problem with this, man. I mean,
the pike is probably staying home.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be kicking people out because they're getting stupid, with fucking metal.
Somebody getting stabbed with a fucking 7-foot.
My suggestion is
Renaissance era pike.
Security or have any issues or any problems, come with foam or plastic or bullshit. I think if you have a metal weapon when you come in at the door, they're going to stop you, and there's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
I'm totally okay with this too.
Yes.
There's never too much cleavage, so I'm totally okay with anybody who's got the cleavage busted out.
Me too, bro.
That's in another lifetime. God, people, wait till they see the theme for next year. Holy shit!
Next year will be crazy.
20 years of the Great Smoke.
It's been 20 years, bro.
Next year will be 20
Bro,
years.
20
Next
years.
year's 20-year anniversary.
We're actually gonna have a presentation ceremony.
Wow.
For every manufacturer who's been involved with the Great Smoke year one. And while it wasn't Espinosa Cigars, Eric,
I was there.
you weren't there as Espinosa Cigars, Eric,
No.
but you've been at every Great Smoke.
And it was kind of my idea.
Hey, listen, if you watched the fucking broadcast, I gave you the stimulus. Stop milking the fucking cow, bro. I gave you credit.
So,
who broadcast? I used to do dojos the other night. Watch it. I always give you credit that you were part of the
remember
the origin. You're part of the origin story. That's the credit you get.
I remember the lizards in the front of that shop. You remember we first did it? It was like a maze. In front of your shop in West.
It was a diamond. It was a diamond.
It was a diamond, but it had there was trees and everything all around. You had to go behind. Where's Oliva? It's behind the ivy tree around to the right. You know, it was great.
And the lizards were so big. They might still be. I don't know.
Iguanas or whatever.
Were so big. I'm talking about lizards. Lizards were so big that you could saddle them in front of. I don't know what the hell.
No doubt. Then
you could saddle them.
You did it 2 or 3 years in front of your shop. Then you moved to the side.
2
years. Then you moved
after the second year. We said there's no way we could do it in front of the shop anymore.
Yeah. So then you moved it over to the side, and then you went. How long you were in the side? About 4 or 5 years on the side of the shop.
We did it at the side of the shop longer than that because it kept expanding. Right. So I can't. I have to really think about it.
Yeah, because that's where I think I got the last 2 that were out in the parking lot. That was my first 2 Great Smokes were at.
We kept taking
West
more
Palm
in the parking lot.
In the park,
and then they were going to do this big Publix renovation, and we knew it. So then I think we went to the German club.
So the Polish club wasn't it?
Polish never. Polish was only the digital experience.
Digital. Yes.
Right. Okay.
So we went to the German club for 5 years or 6 years or so, and then we've been at the fairgrounds for 5 or 6 years. So the math is all there somewhere.
That's where you did. That's where you used to do the poker tournaments.
The German club.
Yes, I remember that.
Okay, so hold on. So the German club, the original poker tournament started at the American Legion. 2 or 3 years.
Yes.
Then we did the poker tournament at the Polish club for many years.
At the Polish club. That's why I remember the Polish club, yes.
Until they wigged out, and then we moved it to the German club where we had the home for the Great Smoke. We did it there for a while, and I think it eventually died at the German club.
Yeah.
Yes, the last one was at the German club.
Yes, it died at the German club.
Although we did return to the Polish club for
the digital experience.
The digital experience is where we did.
Yeah, because we needed a big indoor setting to make 3 sets, and they had a separate banquet hall that we used as a green room. So we rented out the whole fucking place for the digital experience in the year 2021.
Yep.
A little TGS history for everybody still watching the show.
That was nice. I think the German club was really nice. That's the one that it was outside. Half of it outside, half of it inside.
Yes.
Yeah,
well, the Great Smoke when we did it there for the poker tournament, it was all inside in their main clubhouse.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
The Great Smoke when we did it there, it was half under a pavilion, half.
Yes, I remember.
It had a nice pavilion on the stage.
Right.
You had the dunk tank there when you're.
And let me tell you something, thank God for the guy who embezzled or fucked up and didn't do shit right and got fired, which got us kind of kicked out of there. Because if it wasn't for that happening, we would have never looked back into using the South Florida Fair, because South Florida Fair was tied to tobacco-free Florida for many, many years. So there was no shot of doing anything at South Florida Fair. So that little hump in the road led us out of desperation to finally go back and talk to the South Florida Fair, who we found out wasn't involved with tobacco-free Florida and was more than willing to talk to us, and we found a great home there. And they're amazing people. So
yeah, but the first year was half outside too in the fairgrounds.
No, what are you talking about?
Oh, it was outside.
Yeah,
it was under them giant tents.
Hold on. No. There was no tents at the South Florida Fairground. South Florida Fairground had 2 buildings. It was the Agriplex building. One is a completely enclosed building that had huge bay doors that we would open up, which were where the main.
And the other one was tented.
Not tented. It's completely
not tented, but it was yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's where they do the rodeo, but there's no walls to that.
Yeah,
that's outside. There's no walls.
Not
to
tented.
That.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was the COVID year. That was the COVID.
No. we would put the manufacturer booths out there that the wind would always knock everything fucking over every year. The first year they told us, oh, we make the sand hard. We water this because it's sand floor. We make the sand hard because they water it down.
But he's right, Abe. That was COVID year.
What was COVID year?
That we were still under. Oh, wait, we weren't.
Listen to me. The year that COVID began.
It was the last one we
that
were
was
under.
The last year we did it there.
Right, because February, and then COVID started like March, April.
Because COVID started right after that. That was the last multi-vendor event in the country. And then when we came back, it was the digital experience the following year, which was the American Polish Club.
And then back to the.
And then when we came back the following year, it was supposed to be there again. And then
we got moved.
They made it the balk call in December, 2 months before the event.
It was a good move. It was a move in our favor, but
I wasn't happy at the time when they called me. They forced us to go into the main building, and we loved it so much. We're in the main building.
That's the day that Knuckle Sandwich began. I left early because I had to go meet up with Guy.
Yes, that was the. I think it
was a Saturday, and then that was Saturday, and then Tuesday, like everything shut down because of COVID. I think that Tuesday was the when that basketball player, big tall dude. I mean, a lot of them are tall, but I think he played for Minnesota. That they stopped the game in the middle of the game because he wasn't feeling good or whatever. And then I remember watching the game. Rudy Gobert or whatever, and and then they stopped the game, and then that's when everything started shutting down.
Right. Yeah, it was right after the Great Smoke. Literally.
20 years, bro. Holy shit.
20 years.
20 years, bro.
Well, this one I think is going to be a sellout. I'm not sure this one's going to be around after the Great Smoke. Orders are still coming in, pretty solid and strong. So, and it's worth it. This is the newest exclusive Knuckle Sandwich. Has Knuckle Sandwich, other than Dojo, which we were involved in, Strike Force, has there been any exclusives?
No. You've had them both.
We've been involved in both. Let's say it that way.
Involved in both.
You've been involved in both, yes.
We had them both. Fuck that. We had them both.
We had them both.
Why you been involved? We had them both.
Why are you going to
deserve it? We deserve it.
You've had them both.
Because Molcajete was my ask and Knuckle Sandwich, Strike Force was Dojo's ask.
Yeah, but still, listen, we don't just have them both because we're a big retailer. We have them both because of good relationship. You know, that's we got them both.
That's what it is, bro. I tell everybody around, and you listen. The truth is, listen. Yeah, when you took advantage of the relationship, in a good way. The guy liked you. He happened to be in the Food and Wine Festival the same time you had your event, and he came by. And then you did me a solid. You picked him up and took him to Lozoapalooza, and then that's how the relationship started. But
I would do anything you asked. We have that kind of relationship. It's not just because it was Guy Fieri,
No, I know that. I know that, but it was.
If Erik asking me for a favor, it's a real deal, man. Eric's not asking me for a lot of favors.
It's hard for me to ask people for favors, but
I know that's what I'm saying. If they're asking me for something,
it's a little different, dude. You asked me. A lot of people don't understand that. Look, like I'll give you an example. Jonathan Drew. Jonathan Drew's a good friend of mine. I spoke to him about a couple months ago, but there's a lot of guys, we hardly don't talk. He'll text me, yo, and I say, yo. But that guy can call me right now and tell me he needs me to go to the moon with him, and I'll just ask him, well, whose rocket are we taking? Yours or mine? That's just the way, I'm loyal. I'm loyal to a fault, but I'm loyal to people who deserve my loyalty. That's just the way it is.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah, a lot of people don't live their lives like that, though.
Well, I agree. But if I lived my life like everybody else, who knows what it
Matthew, I don't know if you're talking about the dinner. The dinner is going to be off the chain. The menu's on the site. Evan Darnell always goes stupid crazy and ends up doing more than what he even says he's going to do. So if you're talking about the TGS dinner, TGS food is TGS food. You got 4 food stations, and in the VIP section, you got a special carving station. But, and I'm going to tell you something, because my favorite thing is people who complain about food. If there's one constant thing, because
we're not talking about you, Matthew Lee, just so you know.
No.
It's a general statement.
If there's been one constant thing about the Great Smoke, because you also in the review, the number one thing that people complain about, if there's anything to complain about, is the food. And I'm going to tell you something. If you've been to a real multi-vendor event, I'm not talking about an event where you have fucking 150 people sitting at a table. You've been, I've done Cigar Fest. I've done Rocky Mountain Cigar Festival. No, that one I didn't. I did the Texas Cigar Festival. I've done a bunch of festivals. And Eric can tell you he's been to Cigar Fest, right? No one's cooking gourmet, amazing, fucking off the chain food for 3,000 fucking people.
It's tough.
Not happening.
Yeah.
The event, the food at the Great Smoke is quality, edible, decent, good food that really is.
Give me the opportunity. I'll cook for 3,000 people. I mean,
we can't get you to stay for the whole fucking event, bro. What the fuck are you talking
about? Little vodka sauce.
Yeah,
little penny a la vodka.
No, for down Michigan, you got 4 different options, and they're always kind of themed.
Yeah, listen, they're all look, bro. Didn't PCA have like a nacho station like last year or something? You know what I mean? I don't hear about food.
I don't think the PCA gets 3,000 people.
I tell you what, and I speak my mind. Yes, your food is decent. It's good. It's definitely edible.
For 3,000 people, yeah.
There's events that I've done that it's just flat out. When I tell you garbage, just I had to fly into Philly.
Cigar Fest was always garbage.
Oh my God!
Let me tell you something. I went the first time. Eric actually helped me go. Not help me go. I didn't want to go like
unannounced.
Right. I mean, I'm a presence enough. I didn't want to go on this. So Eric actually had a relationship with at the time Craig Reynolds. I said, would you mind reaching out to him, let him know I want to come? I said, I don't even mind buying a ticket. I just, I don't want him to find out after the fact, like I was spooked in and spooked out of the event.
Right.
And Craig was so nice. He reached out to me. He said, bro, you're our guest. Don't worry about a ticket. You come. We'd love to have you there. Because I told him, look, I wanted to look at this event. I heard a lot about it. It's like the biggest, at that time, was the biggest event in the country. And Eric told me, do not eat the food there, bro. It's like the worst food ever. Do not. And I'm saying to myself, how fucking bad could it really fucking be? It was that bad.
It was bad.
I actually went there and they had like pulled meat sandwich or something. It was like,
oh, dude, it was horrible. Listen,
it was like the worst, and it was just one sandwich. That's what you got. You got one sandwich.
It was horrible. It was terrible. The first year, all I ate was bags of chips, and then the next year, I flew into Philly. I stopped at what's the one in the Italian market. Anyway, one of those Italian markets. And I bought a bunch of salamis, a superside, prosciutto, and then the bread. The problem with the bread in Philly, you got to freeze it because it only lasts us like half a day, before it turns hard. So took a lot of bread.
I'm a little surprised at this comment here, because typically, from what I understand, is like, look, we pay for the food. Food is incorporated in my cost. I've used Seth Richard. His bill gets bigger every year, and we pay for the food. From what I understand, and I haven't been to the Whiskey Fest variation. I think I did the second, Big Smoke that was at the Fontainebleau here in Miami. Is most of the time they're getting restaurants.
Yeah, so I went to Whiskey Fest down when it was at the Hard Rock, and it was clear their food was from the restaurants in the Hard Rock. Like it was clear that they just used the home field advantage. Fucking 6, 7, 8 restaurants in the casino to.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that the food is bad because you have real restaurants actually coming in, and when you have multiple people doing it, your burden is really split. I mean, listen, let's face it, they don't get nearly as many people as we do, but their food is split. So when you have 5 or 6 food vendors, like restaurants coming in providing food, it's split. We have one guy who makes the food for everybody. When I say everybody, I'm talking about the VIP carving station, the fucking 4 stations.
Chef Richard.
Chef Richard. We've been working with him since year 1. It's a much bigger ask.
Listen, I don't know why people are complaining about, and to add to that, I've never been to the Whiskey Festival, but I have been to a lot of the big smokes, and the food's incredible. I mean, they do get the restaurants from.
They get the restaurants, right? Wherever they're at, they use the restaurants there.
Right. They get the restaurants there. There's only one event, and there's one in Ohio. but it's about 300-400 people when they get there, and the guy
small like that's different.
It's a small one, and the guy there's a restaurant, Irish restaurant next to it, and the Irish a pub, you know, they cater to them, but a lot of them around the country, you know. So you know, some people have food trucks, and that works out pretty good. You go get the you know, you get the food from the thing, but I don't think anybody should complain about the food, because it's definitely good, and it's definitely above average compared to a lot of these that we've done. I remember Rocky Patel, and I'm not going to mention where we were at because I don't want to, you know, knock these people, but he gets a burger. I swear on my life, we're sitting around the table, and he takes a bite in it, and he spits it out, and he was embarrassed, and he goes, "What is this?" And it was like a mystery meat. You have to guess what kind of meat it had. Threw it away, and I mean, you know, the stuff there. And we always talk. Every time they would give you like a Q&A after, what would you improve? It was always the food. The food, you know. Let me tell you how bad it is. They will put a manufacturer next to me that I did not get along with. Okay, at the time I did not get along with them, and I will bring like I said, the prosciutto, the super side, all that stuff, and the mozzarella, fresh mozzarella, all that. And I caught the guy looking at me. Okay, and I called him. I said, "Bro, you want a sandwich, dude?" No, I'm okay. I said, "Bro, get your pie shit out of the way, dude. You go get yourself a sandwich, bro." And he was so hungry. That's how we kind of broke the ice, dude. You know, and then every year they expected I would call him, "Hey, don't buy nothing, bro. You know, I got you. You know, and then I'd bring everything over there. You know, but yeah, dude, it was horrible, bro, horrible.
Well, food's tough, man. I'm cooking for a lot of people.
And Lozona Palooza, listen.
And listen, this guy's got no kitchen. The concessions
That's
area, the concessions area won't let him use a kitchen. So we have to rent the equipment, and he does it in a tent outside. I mean, I'm telling you, for what we were working with,
you're preaching to the choir. Also, look, when I do Lozona Palooza, I try to seek some of the greatest, amazing food. But you always have people. I don't eat pork. I don't eat steak. I don't eat chicken. You know, it's. You know, and because people do remember food, but look, I eat every time I go. Every year I eat, and the food's good, man. I don't know why they're bitching about it. You know,
listen, when I say bitch, it's not everybody bitching. You got a handful of complaints every year, but that's the one constant thing. Yeah, every year when we do our little survey and people actually respond to it, you know, different things, complain about different times, and like, you know, like last year was the fucking parking in the event majorly because of the fucking
last year was a cluster.
Yeah, so there's always different things every year, but the food, there's always complainers about food from year one.
Listen, food. Look, when you're cooking for that amount of people, it's just tough. Like, listen, at Lozona, you're cooking for 300. You put on a hell of a spread. Now, imagine if the chef had to times that by 10 and make that much food. You know, it's you can't do it. You can't do it.
Yeah, one chef, one guy.
Can't do it. Listen, that's on them. If they don't like the food, bring your own fucking food.
And listen, let me tell you something. I guarantee you, if there was food trucks there and we bought a bunch of food trucks,
be the same shit. They complain.
No. They would complain that they have to pay for food on top of their already extremely cheap ticket price, really, for what's going on.
Food's fine. Who cares?
People are going to bitch regardless.
Most of these are just sucking down food to suck up alcohol anyway, which is literally that's what it's for. Anyway,
listen, but I will tell you this. This is what I learned from doing the Lozona Palooza for so many years.
Where is it? I can't find it. So
nobody really gives a fuck. People just want to smoke and drink.
That's it. And have a good time. That's it. As long as people have a good time, nobody cares. What are you looking for, Abe?
I was looking for this. I was clicking on a bunch of comments. I wasn't trying to start a whole damn thing.
What time does this tailgate start? 10 a.m.?
I don't know, man. The information is on thegreatsmoke.com, bro.
Oh.
I get the best part is I get these PM to me. Bro, it's all there. It's all there.
Let me see.
All right. While he's getting that answer, I think it's 10 o'clock. 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I think it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah, 10 a.m. Yeah.
It starts 10 a.m. Yeah, we got in a little trouble last year. That's why there's punch cards for the tasting stations this year.
Yes.
Anyways, Erik, thank you for joining us. I don't want to take up any more of your evening. You've been here for an hour, which is probably like 30 minutes longer than we expected. if you're watching this, Knuckle Sandwich Molcajete currently available in the Great Smoke store. If you're a virtual or live ticket holder, well worth it. I'm telling you. Honest Abe reviews right there. If you don't like it, PM me. I will personally buy it back for my own personal collection because I got a feeling this is going to sell out, and I'll definitely have some for a while because I like the cigar. The cigar is right up my alley. I've always loved San Andreas, so that's that. Erik will be at the Great Smoke, and you got no reason to leave early this year. You can't say you're taking Guy anywhere.
I do have a reason to leave early.
What's the reason?
I have the one in Ohio on Sunday.
That's Sunday. What does that guy do with Saturday?
How am I going to get there?
Are you driving to Ohio?
I'm flying.
What time's your flight?
You don't want to know.
You don't want to know. About 3:30.
Folks, have a good night.
Out of where?
West Palm.
West Palm.
Bro, we gotta stop inviting.
Thank you
all for joining.
I've been doing Ohio for 20 years. I've never missed one of yours, and I
missed one.
Oh, Junior was getting.
I missed theirs.
Wait, he did miss one.
Yours.
Junior was getting.
No,
Yes, you did. Junior was getting married. Junior was
that?
getting married. Junior was getting married. He missed it, right?
Award. You did miss one.
He's got to get to you.
I did not miss
reason.
One. My company was there.
That's true.
No,
that is true.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%. 100%.
Oh, the company was there, just not Erik?
Just not Erik.
Oh, good. Then you're good to go.
All right.
You're good to go.
I'm good to go. I've never failed you.
Are you sure you did it that year?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm going to tell you something. Erik didn't do it that year. Who did you send? Everybody was.
What year was it? What year was it?
I've never. My company has never missed.
No, you missed. You missed.
No,
I don't think so.
1,000,000%. Let's bet a dollar bill.
What year was it? Can somebody tell me what year it was, please?
That my son was getting married?
Yeah.
I don't know. I gotta call him up. What the fuck do I know?
I mean, because I'm trying to.
I might take this bet right now. This is getting exciting. I'm almost positive that's the one year you didn't participate, and it was.
Can somebody tell me what year it was?
Let's call him.
Ballpark.
Because who would come? Who would come to do the event? Who wasn't at your son's wedding?
I had people there. No,
what
dude,
people? Everybody in your company was at your son's wedding.
It wasn't because he got married. I've never missed. Because his wedding was late. It was at night.